being an elite runner, it's not something you do, it's something you live. Eventually you have to start kind of forming your day, your week, your month around training for the next big race.
We're here in Orlando, Florida, training for the Olympic trials. And these trips honestly are my favorite, even though, you give up everything back at home, but you're here and able to focus on everything.
I think if you love it and you really enjoy it, it doesn't really seem that much of a sacrifice, especially with people that want to walk alongside of you.
I think we've built really great camaraderie amongst us. That's something I never really had with some of my past teams, is just such a strong sense of almost like a sisterhood. I think it's really great that we get to go into this trials together instead of it being more of a solo journey.
The group of athletes that we have getting ready for the trials is super exciting. They're very supportive of each other, which is what makes this possible, because what we do on a day in, day out basis can be very demanding.
While we're training for the trials, it's basically, you wake up, you eat, you run, you eat, you sleep, you run, you eat, you go to sleep again. And everything you're doing is aimed at continuing to be able to train at the highest level you can.
Training for this segment has definitely been really fun to have all of us in the same house, training together, doing the same thing. We're kind of all forced to hang out and, kind of go through the same struggles that come with that. But at the same time, it's honestly the time where I feel like I make the most memories with everybody.
I think it's fun. I love it. I love bothering people when everybody has to work. I think the craziest time is post-double, 5:30 when everybody's making dinner in the kitchen. 4 stovetops and 7 people. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I gotta fight somebody.
Typically, nights here are kind of crazy. All 4 burners are going, the oven is going, usually the grill is also going. You can't find anything anywhere. Chaos. It's chaos.
We have learned a lot over the years of coaching and have learned that we're not just recruiting athletes in our program that are great runners. We're recruiting athletes that mesh with the other athletes that we have and have the same sort of mindset and work ethic and can be supportive and helpful for the other runners. And we have that a lot right now, and that's one of the things that's most exciting.
So Kevin sets up tables at 4, 8, 12, and 16 tomorrow, and then we all know which bottle is ours, and so you go and you just grab it, practicing just like you would in the marathon.
I'm not the best at grabbing bottles, so I try to get most of my calories in through my gels. So if I miss a bottle, I still will have 1 to 3 gels on me, So in the bottles, I actually just put electrolytes. And I think in the last long run, I pretty much emptied all of them. And it's always nice to do this now instead of in the morning, because I feel like I always have less time in the morning than I think I do.
Today they have, in addition to the 20, they're going to have 3 go miles from 15 to 18. It's not a precise thing, it just needs to be faster than marathon pace. So it's trying to run faster than marathon pace on tired legs. Yesterday they had either 18 or 16, depending on whether it was male or female yesterday. So it's not like they're given fresh legs for this 20 miler. So they will be starting in somewhat of a depleted state. Go miles are 15 to 18. We want to try to, no matter how you're feeling out there, get as much of your fluids in as possible. Empty bottles are perfect. 15 to 18, faster than marathon pace. Got it? All right, you ready? We're going.
Let's go.
I'm super excited about the women's group. We're the only women's training group in the country that this last year had 4 American women run under 1:11 for a half marathon at 3 different half marathons.
I really like to think about process over outcome. So if I can, break the race down into pieces and execute well all of those little pieces that will produce a really good race for me.
Women will be first.
One of the biggest things for me is like fuel, getting my fuel down, and frankly keeping it down is a big struggle for me, but you know, that's just part of the marathon. It's a whole nother wrinkle.
Watch the potholes too, guys. Sorry about that.
Maddie! Oh, I got Maddie's. I grabbed yours. I got yours, Amy. You want to do
Amy, she's our only person here that qualified off of a half and has not run a marathon, so this will be her debut.
I think finishing would be a great success for me. So I think that's goal number 1. I think goal number 2 would be putting together all the training pieces and hopefully hitting the time that we're training for.
Going after a goal like what we're training for is 2:28. I feel like that's a pretty hefty goal, but I think just going after that and then seeing how close we can land to that, me and my training groupies, you know, and seeing how close we can get to that is definitely going to be considered a success.
They're probably right now running about 6:10 before the go part. And then the go parts varies depending on whether or not you're trying to run 2:27 or whether or not you're trying to run 2:32, you know, so everything in between those.
During the race, the marathon is 2.5 hours of our lives, so a lot can go wrong with bottles and pacing and things like that. So I think if I can execute my plan, run calm, I think I'll be successful no matter what.
Got Jess and then Olivia.
The Olympic trials is something that I think everybody can recognize as being its own special event, and it just really gets them excited, and we want to see them all run at their top level here. And I'd say that the percentage of people that are ready to run at their highest performance is higher than we've ever had at an event like this. Everyone's pretty healthy and ready to go, and that's something that's exciting. I don't see why everybody isn't capable of running their best.
Maybe even success, I think, too, to me would see like my other teammates achieving their goals. Yes, it's like I want to do great, but sometimes I feel almost more successful. Like maybe I don't have my best day, but the people that I train with did have a great day, and like I trained with them the whole time. So I view like their success as like, oh, I was a part of that, because like we all did this together.
That was good. Yeah. What would you want? 5:14. Oh, spicy.
What were your goal miles?
26, 28, 21.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you were when I saw you, and you were pretty close to the end of it then.
47, 49, 42.
Good, very good.
Pace.
But better than pace. That's
Looking for
yeah.
48.
I think we were like 5:40, 5:40, and then 5:31.
Really good. Wow. Very good.
I think if me and my teammates are up on the start line feeling a lot of self-belief, we're going to have a really good day.